Alright, I wanted to make a really quick video on just a little tutorial on how I did my Scratchnapped Any world record. If you're just getting into this speedrun, or if you're already involved in the speedrun knowing what I did differently than the old world record, I wanted to go over a little bit. Before we begin, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be doing this review in full screen mode. In some devices, full screen can cause lag, so I don't know if it makes a difference on my computer, but I just play in, normally I play in not full screen, but in this case, so you can see better, I will be in full screen. So let's just start off here with level 1, and just so you know, these videos of the levels these runs are not perfect. There are definitely mistakes in here, but yeah, so let's just get into it. So the first thing as we start off, going up here is faster, and I'll tell you why. In all cases, the cat, or I guess his name is Spray, I actually don't know, but the cat will move faster in the air than on the ground. So long as you're in the air, you're good. So because when you go on the top path, you're in the air for longer, you get to jump there and then to here, it means it's faster. Unfortunately, this has a little bit more difficulty because you have this jump here, and so you have to jump right at the edge in order to get on this platform without ledge grabbing. It's a little bit difficult, but with enough practice, you'll get it. Next here is just more jumping, making sure that I'm in the air for a long time. Actually, I should go back to that. You can jump off enemies. It will be very helpful. So right after you squish them, wait maybe a couple frames, to be honest, and you'll be able to jump. The one exception to this, there is one exception to this, and I'll get to that later. Anyway, I'm jumping off that. This is the jump that most people miss, that cause them to lose time. Some people walk, but since it's faster to jump, I jump. I messed up there. I jumped too early here because I was scared of the spikes, so I actually ledge grabbed here. You can obviously do this jump without ledge grabbing. Alright. Another thing is that it makes, so you know, all the cutscenes get mess that I'm going to get into. It is faster to jump on this enemy and not on that one. So it is faster to jump on this because it's just an easier setup. So you jump here, and then you wait for the cat to make 2 walking noises, so like poof, poof, and then you jump again. That's a reasonable setup to get the cat without stopping. This is a really big mystery for me anyway. I really don't know how the cutscene skips work very well. Like the absolute fast, like I slowed down a little bit here. Just a little bit. There's a way you can do it so you don't slow down at all. I have not been able to do that. Also, side note, when you're skipping level 1, make sure you don't go too far off screen, and make sure you keep jumping. There is actually a way that you can die here if you go too far off the level. So make sure that you are not too far off. Normally, 99% of the time, you should be fine. Alright, so that's level 1. Hopefully, now we can go on to level 2. There's not too much to unpack here. I don't think, actually there is. So the way you do it, you jump off of this guy. Sometimes you'll miss this platform. It's not the end of the world. This is the one exception to the jumping off enemies rule. The game really does not like you jumping off this enemy. So sometimes that's hard. I don't think it really matters in any percent, because if you would probably jump too far anyway if you did jump off that enemy. So anyway, I walk here. This is probably one of the longest walking sections ever. And then this is just normal jumping over that barrel you jump over that rock by jumping on the first and third stair. Jump here for obvious reasons. Okay, so here is where stuff gets confusing and complicated. There's two ways to get past this section. I call them fast cycle and slow cycle, even though it has nothing to do with the cycle. That's just what I started calling it. This is slow cycle. So how Scratchnapped handles enemies is that at a certain point, if you scroll the screen, the enemy will activate. This is just general basic game stuff, so it doesn't overload and cause lag. It happens to be about right there. That's how far you have to scroll the screen. If you cut this corner really tight, then this enemy won't activate. And it saves half a second. It is a lot harder. And the way you do it is a lot different. So basically, I got a slow cycle. Here I know I got slow cycles and I didn't cut the corner long enough. And just slow cycle is hopping on this enemy and then hopping on, waiting a little bit, and then hopping on this enemy to get under this spider. And I didn't press up on this. I just let the normal bounce happen. For fast cycle, you're going to want to jump on this enemy. Also, the spider doesn't activate. I think the spider activates early if you get slow cycle. But on fast cycle, you're going to want to jump on the first enemy and then bounce over the spider. It's a lot harder. Also, if you jump right at the edge of here, you can skip this platform. About the rock, you just want to stay on this platform for a little bit, just so you don't get hit by the rock. If you just go and jump immediately after getting on this platform, you will get hit by the rock and die. Another thing, you do not want to jump on the edge of this thing. Why? Because when you jump here and fall down, you're going to miss the scratchling, which is exactly what I did here. So I did not get to get the cutscene skip in this video. Obviously, as I said, these videos aren't perfect. So you definitely want to jump a little bit earlier than you would think. And then jump here, and then you'll get the scratchling you'll get the scratchling 90% of the time. Here I have to go back and it's really slow. That's level 2. Let me go on to level 3. You can just jump immediately. Well, you can hold right and then jump pretty much immediately. That way you don't have to go back like I did. You can just bounce off these two enemies. Nothing really wrong there. Don't hold up here, because you might go too far in the clouds and have to go backwards a little bit if you don't want to die. And then here's the main difference. Well, one of the main differences in your world record. World record goes over here. Well, not the world record. The old world record goes over here and jumps here. But you can actually, the way I set it up is jump on this first log and then wall jump and get to the platform there. The only thing you have notable at this platform, you have to wait a little bit on this platform to just wait a little bit. Well, otherwise you won't get enough jump height and then you'll miss this platform. Now about these spikes. These spikes have not been treating well. They didn't treat me well here. Sometimes you will not have to worry about these ones. But in case you do, and in case they are up, you want to press the jump button right before you get damage. And that pretty much negates some, but if not all, the knockback. And you can see I barely got knocked back by the spikes. That's just how I did it. Another thing here, normally the spider would be higher up, but you do want to get hit on the back end of the spider like I did. That way it knocks you forward instead of knocks you backwards. And then I missed this cutscene skip again. You can fall off here, but you won't die because obviously the level's higher up. I think that's it for level 3. Let me go on to level 4. Level 4 is pretty tricky. It's hard to do it really the fastest possible. This jump is really hard. I don't get it most of the time. It saves half a second. But yeah, you just wait a little bit and then jump on the enemy. It's hard, but once you practice it, it becomes a little bit easier. Not fully easier. Obviously jump here because Scratch is faster in the air, or the cat goes fast in the air. Wall jumps are pretty normal. It's all just normal stuff. There's no way to not bounce off the enemy as far as I know. And then here. So you want to fall so that you hit the left side of the platform. It's just a muscle memory thing. There's really no setup for it. And now here's the main time save from my world record compared to the Slippy's world record. Well, first of all, I gotta hit myself. Ground pound. I missed this ground pound here. I was too far to the left. So one thing that you can do for the second one is you can ground pound without falling down. So normally when you ground pound, you just fall down to like the first block. But since I ground pounded and I was on both blocks at the same time, I can land on the platform, on this platform instead of landing on the block. Here it is. Here's the main time save. I actually discovered this a few days ago. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. You can jump on these platforms. It's pretty annoying. You can skip the ledge grab, but it's hard. This is the most annoying jump because it's blind. The cloud jump. So the way I set this jump up, where do I know where this block is? It's kind of hard because the setup is based on the disappearing cloud. If the cloud is the edge of the cloud, it's hard to see it because it's disappearing, but if the edge of the cloud is on the edge of the screen, you'll be good to go. That's my setup to get this jump. Yeah, this saves a lot of time other than riding it. I think it's like 2.5 seconds. So yeah, definitely. You can skip the sledge grab by waiting on this platform a little bit longer. I'm impatient, so it doesn't lose too much time. And then just cutscene skips. This cutscene skip was bad. So, yeah, that is my any percent tutorial. I hope that this can cause a little bit more competition and that people will beat my bad world record. Please do. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.